Hello, my friends. I am Miss Kaena. This is the Creators Workshop, and all are welcome here. So, it is summertime and school is out, but brought my magic box home with me so we can create together from home or from wherever you are. Okay, so let's start with our very special song. Sing along with me, do the hand movements. Sometimes, if you don't feel like singing, you can just do the hand movements. If you don't feel like doing the hand movements, you can just sing. You can watch. You can do it all. It's totally up to you. Everything here is up to you. Okay, here we go. 1, 2, 3. Hello, hello, everyone. Now it's time to have some fun. Raise your voice to sing this song. Feel your heart beat loud and strong. Touch your head, reach up high to the sky. Know that you are strong and wise. Wave your hands, give your shoulders a shrug. Give yourself a great big hug. Hello, hello, everyone. Now it's time to have some fun. Woo! Excellent. Nice work, my friends. Okay, so since we sang, what do we do next? You got it. We read our book. So today I brought you one of my favorite author illustrators. She wrote this book called Saturday. And Saturday is written and illustrated by Oge Mora. So she wrote all the words, she's the author, and she made all the pictures, so she's the illustrator as well. Let's see, my friends, what this is all about. Scoot this way. I'm going to actually, hold on, I'm going to bring you a little bit closer. There we go. There we go. Saturday by Oge Mora. This morning, Ava and her mother were all smiles. It was Saturday. Because Ava's mother worked Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, Saturday was the day they cherished. On Saturdays, they zipped to the library for weekly story time. On Saturdays, they lounged in salon chairs and got new hairdos. On Saturdays, they picnicked in the grass for a peaceful afternoon at the park. And on this Saturday, they would also ride the bus across town for a one-night-only puppet show. The day would be special. The day would be splendid. The day was Saturday. Ava and her mother could hardly wait. So, zoom, off they went. But when they reached the library, story time was canceled. Oh no, Ava cried. It's canceled, wailed Ava's mother. They paused, closed their eyes, and whew, let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Ava, her mother reassured her. Today will be special. Today will be splendid. Today is Saturday. So, zoom, off they went. But as they left the salon, whoosh, their hairdos were ruined. Oh no, Ava sobbed. our dues, boo-hooed Ava's mother. They paused, closed their eyes, and whew, let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Ava, her mother reassured her. Today will be special. Today will be splendid. Today is Saturday. Zoom, off they went. But their peaceful afternoon in the park was loud. Look at them holding their ears. Oh no, Ava groaned. What did you say? It's too noisy, yelled her mother. They paused, closed their eyes, and whew, let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Ava, her mother reassured her. Today will be special. Today will be splendid. Today will be ruined if we miss that bus. So, zoom to the extra special, one night only puppet show they went. We made it, Ava exclaimed as they arrived at the theater. Thank goodness, Ava's mother sighed in relief. Hooray for Saturday, they cheered. Tickets, chirped the lady at the door. Ava's mother reached into her purse. But the tickets weren't there. Oh no, Ava's mother gasped. I left our tickets on the table. As Ava watched, her mother crumpled. I've had it, she sighed. Story time was canceled. Our hair was ruined. The park was loud. And now we're missing the puppet show. I'm sorry, Ava. We looked forward to this all week, and I've messed up everything. I ruined Saturday. Ava was quiet for a moment. Then she closed her eyes and whew, let out a deep breath. Don't worry, Mommy, Ava reassured her. Today was special. Today was splendid. Saturdays are wonderful because I spend them with you. So slowly, hand in hand, off they went. When they reached their apartment door, Ava turned to her mother. She had an idea. What if, Ava started, we could, her mother began. So they did. What a beautiful day. That is the end, my friends. What did you think of that book? You can give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Thumbs to the side if it was just okay. Thumbs down if you didn't like it. It's up to you, my friends. Okay, so since we read, we sang, we read, what's next? Magic box. You got it. Okay, my friends, let's see what this magic box has in store for us today. Let's give it a shake. Ready? Something's jumping around in there. One more time. Let's see what's inside, my friends. Okay. Oh, well, we have lots of things today. We have some markers, some smelly markers. Any markers will do. Crayons, colored pencils. It's up to you. Anything, pencil, pen, anything to make your mark. We have some glue. I have my glue stick. Any kind of glue will work. Then I have some scissors. Then I have a bunch of paper in here. Let's see what kind of paper I have in here. Boy, there's a lot of paper in here. Look at all that. Okay, magic box. Oh, wait. A bunch of paper. Also, at the bottom, some other kind of paper. Look at that. Post-it note paper. Let's see. So let's see what we have here, my friends. I brought so many different kinds of paper. I brought a lot of paper scraps that I had that I saved because I think we can use those today. Then I brought a big sheet of paper, big sheet of white paper. And then I also brought some paper from a magazine or a catalog, and also some paper from a newspaper. So I brought all these things because I was really inspired by the artwork in this book. So Oge Mora used collage to make these pictures. And collage is when we use pieces of paper and scissors and glue to glue all different pieces of paper together to make pictures. So I want to show you one particular, actually, all of these pictures are amazing with these collage pieces. But I'm especially going to show you that bus. Can you see that part of that bus has, like, it looks like a little newspaper or pieces, scraps from books. I actually read in the back here what this artwork was made with, and it says, let's see, where did it go? Oh, the dogs are talking to me now. Oh, well, here we go. Acrylic paint, China markers, patterned paper, and old book clippings. The collages for this book were created with. So those were all the things that she used to create the collage. So, my friends, you're going to work on your own collage, whatever you feel like working on. So, I think I am going to push this back a little bit. I'm going to start on my blue paper. So, my friends, if you don't have any colored paper at home, you can always use your white paper, color on it, and cut out pieces. You can do that. You can also color on your newspaper, anything you want. Just totally experiment and see what you'd like to do. So, you know what I like to do? I see all these pieces here. And sometimes before I cut, I like to look at the pieces and see if they remind me of anything. Like this one is standing out to me. Look at that. That's sort of cool, popping out like that. What is that reminding me of? Not really sure. Maybe a boat with like portholes, like windows. Maybe this sort of looks like the ocean to me and my ocean and water. So I could make something like that. And also, my friends, when you're working with collage, you don't have to make it look like something realistic. You could make something abstract, something that doesn't really look like something in your world. So I also wanted to say, if you are working at home, some of you might be just learning how to use scissors. And some of you might be scissor experts, cutting experts by now. If you want to cut specific shapes, like it looks like I cut circles out of here, you can just go ahead and cut the circles, or you can draw them first. Use whatever mark making tool you have. You can draw your shapes first and then use your scissors to cut along the lines. You could do that. And if you're just working on your cutting, you can cut tons of little pieces. It's totally up to you. If you have siblings at home, like if you have an older sibling and a younger sibling at home, older sibling could be cutting pieces, cutting shapes, whatever you'd like, and younger sibling could be sticking them down. You could do teamwork that way. That's a nice activity for siblings or friends to do together, like a joint collage. So I just cut up a bunch of different shapes, and let me start gluing some down. Let's see what happens. Let me start gluing some down. I don't really have an idea of what I'm going to make. I'm just going to glue them down. Sometimes I like to work like that too. Okay, let's see, my friends. Let's see. Let's put this here and this here. Oh, see what happens when you just start placing things? I am just sort of work to where my points are connecting. Let's see, maybe a longer one. Will those connect? Yeah, look at that. So I made a shape with these pieces of paper. And now I want to see, maybe I'll use some newspaper to get some words in there, in the middle there. So I'm going to cut my words out, my friends. It is up to you what you create. Anything that you want, whatever is in your mind, your heart, or your fingers. If you're inspired by something that you see out your window or in your neighborhood, you could work on that. If you are inspired by the book or another book that you've read, you could work on that. Oh, look at that. This is turning out to sort of look a little like, it's reminding me of a flower. Hold on. Let's get this. Yeah. Hi, Nix. You talking to us today? She just wants to do some collage too, I think. Let's see. Let's get a stem on there. It's okay if it goes off the paper too. I sort of like that. And my friends, you see the words in there? You can keep that newspaper wise, or you can use your markers or your crayons and color over it if you want to. Let's see, is this going to be, hold on. I'm doing a test on here because I want to make sure that I can see my words through it. Oh, I can. Okay, good. Let's see, maybe can I see my words through it with the purple? Is that too dark? I can still sort of see it. I don't know. What do you think? Oh, don't forget to smell, my friends. Here, I just was smelling my marker. Let's see. I'm going to try to go over this in purple. Yeah, I like that. I like the purple. And you can still see the words coming through very lightly. So I like to see the words coming through so you can see what materials you've used. So I don't know. That's just what came. Let's see. And you can use your sticky notes however you would like to too, because they have sticky on them, or you can use the glue too. I also like to use my crocodile fingers to rip pieces instead of cut because I really like the edges that you get when you rip, the rough edges that you get when you rip. So, my friends, it is totally up to you. Create whatever's in your mind, in your heart, or your magic fingers. Please send me pictures. Let me know what you've been up to. And I will have fun with everything, and I will see you next week. Mwah.